Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Gurley. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Rams 9, Cardinals 7.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. And back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Complete.
Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over the passing game. They've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down. Here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that is is now sack number 18 on the season for him. The Rams on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for James Washington.
So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Davis going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jamie Collins in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Davis going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Here's Davis throwing on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Ross, 75 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
27-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, and that'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Davis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, 35 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Los Angeles.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bud Dupree racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jamie Collins, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Burrow will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow on play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jamie Collins in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
54-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Now Burrow. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait.
And oh, it's blocked. The Cardinals pick it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of...
He's got a man, complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now Burrow on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Davis now. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Yetur Gross-Matos.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Davis on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Davis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Intended for James.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Taco Charlton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And that will be incomplete.
Davis's pass incomplete from the contact. Casey Hayward.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Davis now throwing on fourth down. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Davis's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Queen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Davis throwing on 3rd and long. And the catch is made by Riley Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
What we got? What we got? Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 79 Broncos. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
From the gun, Davis flushed out right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With stiff arms, spin move in zones.